Hey guys, in this video I want to talk to you about one of the things that I think that is going to occur to everybody in their pre-retirement years, especially if you're a Gen Xer and you're thinking about retirement and you just don't know what it's going to look like, especially if you're late to saving for retirement like me. So hey guys, my name is Susan Velez, and if this is your first time to this channel, on this channel we talk about making money, saving money, investing money, and taking care of our health so that we can enjoy the youth of our retirement years. And because we are late to saving for retirement, we want to make sure that we can catch up for our retirement without having to spend a lot of money in our golden years. So guys, one of the things that has been crossing my mind a lot lately is, how do you know when you're ready to go from full-time to part-time? So I think that even though it comes up a lot, I don't think anybody's going to really be truly 100% ready, especially if you haven't done your saving for retirement diligently from an early year. And if you are in this channel, guys, chances are you're trying to catch up for retirement. You're a Gen Xer and you just got started late to saving for retirement like us. So that's one of the things that we've been thinking about is, how do you go from full-time, earning a full-time income, getting full-time benefits, to going part-time? When you go part-time, your income gets cut at least in half. If not, you do take a significant decrease in pay. And not only that, but you also lose your benefits. So when is the right time? And the reason that we're thinking about this a lot lately is because my partner, she has a physically demanding job. It's something that she can't continue doing, nor does she really want to continue doing well into her 60s and even 70s. It's just not something that she can do physically. But she is the breadwinner in the house. She earns the most money. She pays for most of the bills. I do earn a little bit of money and I'm working on increasing my income. But right now, it's just her paycheck covers most of the living expenses. I would actually say a majority of the living expenses. So when she goes to part-time, she is going to take a hit in her paycheck, and that is going to affect us whether we want to admit it or not. And that's one of the things that is scary for me, because she does turn 60 years old this year. She is thinking about getting Social Security when she turns 62. She has talked about going part-time, and she wants to continue going part-time at the company that she's at right now. So the great thing about this, guys, even though we are a little nervous about her losing a portion of her income, is that she doesn't earn a ton of money, given why we live a frugal lifestyle, because we don't make a lot of money. And we understand now how important it is to live a frugal lifestyle, especially if you don't make a lot of money. But honestly, I think frugality is so important, regardless of whether you have a high income or a low income. So that's a good thing, is she doesn't make a ton of money, so we don't have to find a ton of money to replace her income. But it is still going to affect us because, like I said, she is the breadwinner in the household right now. But I do think that we do need to start talking more about her going part-time, not only because of her age and the job is physically demanding, but I think that, I honestly don't think that you should continue working full-time for the rest of your life. See, most of us, especially I know we have spent most of our life working a job. I haven't worked a job my whole life, but I have been self-employed. I have busted my ass from the early age of 18, even younger. When I was younger, I had to hold part-time jobs in the summer. So I have been working since I was actually 14 and am still working. I work part-time at Home Depot, and then I work on building this YouTube channel, which I really don't consider this YouTube channel a job, but it does take a lot of my time. I do still do this as opposed to doing something else that I really love. But like I said, I do enjoy this YouTube channel, but it is something I do still consider it work. And so I've been doing this for pretty much my whole life, since I was 14. And now we're talking about taking her job away, not away, but going from full-time, spending 40 hours at a job, to going to like 20, 25 hours, and then cutting her pay possibly in half and doing away with her benefits. So my thing is, how do you do that? And how do you know when you're really ready for that? So physically, I think that if we had a discussion and she decided that she wanted to go part-time today, I think she would be ecstatic about going part-time. And when I say part-time, I'm talking about maybe 4 days a week and having a 3-day weekend every weekend, or something to that extent. I think she still wants to stay somewhat busy, because I think that we all have to have a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, you're going to get depressed. There's not going to be anything to do, and nobody wants to sit around and watch TV all day, every day. I know at least I don't. We're just talking about how do you get over the fear of going from full-time to part-time, especially if you haven't saved the amount of money that you wanted to save, or you didn't start saving early enough. And that's the situation that we found ourselves in. So what we're doing is we're taking it day by day. We have discussed her going part-time at her job, although she hasn't talked with her boss about it. So I'm not sure exactly if he would even be open to it. Although I do think he would be, because at one point they did hire somebody who had retired. He was semi-retired and he was just working a couple days a week, and they let him work and run calls, because unlike a traditional office job, she is out in the field driving to and from places with a company work car. And so I think they would be open to it. But financially, would we be ready for that? I don't think so. And honestly, there's not a lot that we can tighten up on our belts. We've already tightened up pretty much everything. We live pretty much a frugal lifestyle. We don't do a lot of eating out. We don't spend a lot. We just have our normal expenses that we pretty much can't do away with. We might be able to lower our phone bills a little bit more, but other than that, there's not much else we can do. So it is a little scary to think that eventually we are going to have to find ways to come up with extra income, or find ways to make a little bit more, or find ways on how to decrease our monthly budget so that she can go part-time, because the day is coming, whether or not we wanted to. And honestly, I would love if she could do it today, because like I've said before, guys, in this video right here where I talked about that you don't have to save every penny, I do think that you have to start thinking about breaking away from your full-time job if you are working full-time, and going and enjoying life a little bit more, because life, there's no guarantee for life, guys. You don't want to pull away from your full-time job when it's too late. At least I know we don't. We want to be able to enjoy life right now in our pre-retirement years, while we're still in our youthful senior years. We want to be able to do things while we physically can, we have the right mindset, and we can get up and go do stuff without having a bunch of aches and pains. So, and the reason that I think that this is so important is because she had a cousin whose husband was getting up and going to work one morning, and he just dropped dead from a stroke. And that was it. He just dropped dead. And we don't want to wait until it's too long or too late to pull the trigger on taking more time for ourselves and being able to enjoy life. The bad thing is that it is a little harder for us to pull the trigger on going from full-time to part-time, because we don't have the income. We didn't save early enough. So we're kind of in that dilemma where we have to work because we have to pay the bills, but yet she has a physically demanding job, so she can't work forever, and she wants to go part-time. So when she reaches 62, her Social Security, we've looked at it. We haven't looked at it in a while, but I know that it's not going to be anything amazing. And I'm not exactly sure how much you can work while still collecting Social Security. I know the government has a cap on how much you can work when you turn 62. I think when you turn 65, or I'm not sure the years. I haven't really done a lot of due diligence on my 60s because I'm not there yet. I know we're approaching the 60s, but I haven't quite gotten to that point in my life. So I'm not sure what the cap is on how much you can work once you start drawing Social Security, and how much you can work once you reach a certain age. So at the beginning, when you start drawing Social Security, I know there's a cap on how much you can make or earn so that you can still collect Social Security. So we'll have to look into that. But our plan is that she's going to be able to go part-time at her job while collecting Social Security, while I'm continuing to work on this YouTube channel and growing it into an income stream for when we do retire. Or, like I said, I'm not going to retire completely because I do enjoy creating videos, but it is going to be something in addition that we use in addition to our Social Security and then the small retirement that we have saved to date. Now, my goal is to continue funding my retirement as much as I can every year and to max out our Roth IRAs every year. But she is 8 years older than me, so she is years ahead of me as far as reaching that point where she wants to go part-time. So anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments below, how did you know, or how did you get over the fear of going from full-time employee to part-time? And how did you know when the right time was? Especially, guys, I'm talking to those of you who started late for saving for retirement, maybe didn't save enough for retirement, and you didn't know how you were going to do it financially, because right now we are trying to shovel in as much money as we can into our retirements. But like I said, we are both low income earners. We don't have a lot of extra money. I am trying to find other ways to make money, like this YouTube channel, my blogs, trying to sell stuff online. I work part-time at Home Depot. I could go full-time, guys, but then that would take away from me working on this YouTube channel. And that really is my goal, is to grow this YouTube channel and then continue working part-time at Home Depot, because it does give me out and get me socializing with other people. But yet I know that the time is approaching. We are getting closer to retirement. She is wanting to leave the physically demanding job and go part-time instead of working full-time, 40 hours every week. So let me know down in the comments below, guys, how did you get over the fear of going from full-time employee to part-time so that you could enjoy more of your life? Because like I said, we are not guaranteed tomorrow. We want to be able to enjoy our pre-retirement years, the youth of our senior years, before we actually get into the golden years and we just don't feel like doing anything but sitting around. We want to be able to experience life. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my rant. If you did, click on that subscribe button so that you can be notified whenever I put out a new video. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.